Microsoft laid me off and they
I got laid off
from my
today.
job.
Workers in the tech industry waking up today wondering if they still have a job.
Tech workers having a hard time with reports of thousands being laid off today.
Absolutely, my heart goes out to all of the tech workers that have recently been laid off.
More than 500,000 tech workers worldwide have lost their jobs, and a significant portion of those cuts happened right here in the US. Companies that once symbolized limitless innovation, Meta, Google, Salesforce, Amazon, have been forced to cut staff not by falling profits, but by mounting pressure to become leaner and more efficient. Meta alone slashed 11,000 jobs, just about 13% of its workforce, marking the largest layoff in its history. At Google, mass buyouts replaced public layoffs to quietly trim staff across key revenue divisions like search, ads, and commerce. But what's driving this seismic shift? At the heart of it is one word: AI. In many cases, AI hasn't just reshaped roles, it's replaced them entirely. According to a 2023 report from Goldman Sachs, AI could automate 300 million jobs globally in the coming years. In programming alone, 27% of US roles disappeared between 2022 and 2024, based on US Bureau of Labor Statistics data. Salesforce CEO Mark Benioff recently acknowledged the impact directly, stating, "AI is doing 30 to 50% of the work at Salesforce." That number isn't hypothetical, it's operational. Tech workers now find themselves facing a new reality, not just fewer jobs, but fewer high-paying jobs and increasingly precarious working conditions. Average tech salaries have dropped by 12% nationally. Entry-level job openings in the industry have plummeted by 50% since 2023. Meanwhile, hiring freezes and restructuring continue at Amazon, Microsoft, and other giants. By May 2025, the official tech sector unemployment rate stood at 3.4 to 4%. But that doesn't tell the whole story. Those numbers don't account for the explosion in freelance contracts, gig work, or underemployment. Platforms like Upwork, Fiverr, and TopTal have become havens for displaced developers, designers, and data scientists, though most of these roles come without benefits or job security. The shift isn't just economic, it's geographic and sectoral too. According to an analysis by PwC and CompTIA, only 32% of laid-off tech professionals manage to find new jobs in traditional tech companies, and usually in smaller or less established ones. The rest? They've moved elsewhere. 10% have gone into finance, where demand for cybersecurity and data analysis has remained strong. 8% transitioned into consulting. 6% entered healthcare amid a wave of digital transformation. A growing number have landed in logistics and manufacturing, helping these sectors adopt smart technologies. Even the public sector has opened its doors. U.S. government agencies like the Department of Defense and CISA are actively recruiting cybersecurity and AI professionals, offering stability and mission-driven work, albeit at lower salaries. But not everyone has landed on their feet. Among those laid off, only half found a new role within 6 months. Women were hit harder. Just 31% of laid-off women found a new job within 3 months, compared to 38% of men, according to internal labor analytics from tech recruiting firms. Mid-career professionals, those with 10 to 20 years experience, often face bias or assumptions of outdated skills. And for recent grads, it's even worse. Entry-level job availability has shrunk by half since 2023. By mid-2025, the unemployment rate for college grads in tech stood at 6%, almost 2 percentage points higher than the national average. This has created a dangerous two-tiered job market. On one side, senior AI specialists, system architects, and automation engineers earning over $200,000 a year in cities like San Francisco or New York. And on the other, entry-level or generalist candidates stuck in a hiring freeze, facing wage stagnation or contract work. So what are displaced tech workers doing to stay relevant? A growing number are turning to education and reskilling. According to Coursera, enrollment in AI, machine learning, and Python courses have surged 200% since 2023. Certifications from platforms like Google Cloud, TensorFlow, and AWS are now seen as must-haves, not extras. And many workers are looking to reinvent themselves entirely. Some are going back to school. Others are launching startups, often focused on AI, edtech, digital health, or blockchain-based finance. According to AngelList, nearly 15% of new tech startups in 2024 were founded by people laid off from big tech firms. And then there's the growing number of buyout refugees, employees who accepted severance packages instead of being formally laid off. These programs, increasingly used by companies like Google, Meta, and Salesforce, offer extra pay and benefits in exchange for voluntary exits, allowing firms to quietly reduce headcount while avoiding headlines. But one question looms: what happens next? The tech industry is clearly not dying. If anything, it's evolving, under pressure and at breakneck speed. AI isn't just a tool, it's now the backbone of every major business process. Cars that drive themselves, algorithms that detect cancer, systems that write their own code. But as AI becomes more powerful, the workforce must become more adaptable. That's where policy, education, and industry collaboration must step in. We need stronger reskilling initiatives, incentives for hiring new talent, and protections for freelance and gig workers. Universities must rethink how they prepare students, and companies must be more transparent, not just in how they hire, but in how they let go. Because the future of tech work won't be determined by layoffs alone, it will be shaped by how we respond to them. So the question is, as AI continues to reshape the economy, are we investing enough in the people it displaces?
Want more videos like this? Subscribe to Mac Hard for weekly AI updates and leave your thoughts in the comments below.